Switch Station 32 here for another review. Today we're going to do the Super Mario Brothers Encyclopedia. Really excited to get into this. Back. Hope you guys like this. The first 30 years. And I will say, for anybody my age, Super Mario is a game that got everybody into playing games when they were a kid. I think anybody that has young kids should get them playing Mario, because Mario really teaches you how to play a game. It teaches you how to get better at a game and how to fail at a game. And Mario is a great game for teaching young kids how to play and how to fall in love with games. So if you want to play games with your kids, there's no better game than Mario. So saying that, let's get into this. Starts off like this. Pretty cool. Some words of acknowledgement. Autograph down there. That's pretty neat. And it goes right into Super Mario Maker. And it shows all the different bundles and stuff you can buy for the Wii U. Pretty cool. This game is coming out, Super Mario Maker 2, for the Switch, and I'm really excited for it. I think Super Mario Maker was one of the best games on the Wii U. The overview of all 17 titles. Pretty neat stuff there. It shows the dates, the years that they came out. Pretty neat. The 30-year time zone. And it has the date for all of them, what system they came out for. Pretty neat stuff. Meet the Mario family. As you know, I like hand-drawn art, and this is all nice, good hand-drawn art for Mario. Introduce you to the characters. And nice hand-drawn art for the original Mario. This is the one that really got everybody into video games from my era. Everybody loved this game. I used to play this game with my mom when I was a little kid. She never made it to the castle once. She could only make it to the flying fish world, and then she died. So she got through the first two levels, but could never beat the third one. Never did make it to the castle. This is the first video game I ever got for Christmas on the regular Nintendo, and I loved it. Played the shit out of this game. Their worlds. This is a really nice quality book too. And then Super Mario 2, The Lost Worlds. This game is only out in Japan and never came out over here, but this is a harder version. This is on All-Stars, on some of the All-Star games. Characters and enemies. Pretty neat stuff. Really enjoy these books. Super Mario USA, they called it in Japan. Super Mario 2 here. Really nice artwork. Stuff like this is really cool. I really like seeing that, what the artwork in Japan was like for this. And that's really neat stuff. Stuff like that really makes it worth getting these books. You know, they really changed Mario for this game, and it was pretty neat. And a lot of people really like this game. I wish that they would go back to this style game and redo another game in this style. They haven't done it yet, but I think it would be really good. They've done the 2D ones, a lot of the 2D platforming ones, and they've done a few of the 3D open world ones. I think they should go back and do one of these. I think a lot of people will be excited for that. In a modern way. Your world. And this game had a really nice art style too. Your items. And then Super Mario Land for the Game Boy. Pretty nice art. I never played this one. I never had a Game Boy growing up. My friend had one and I played it when I went over to his house. But I never owned it and played it for myself. I never got a chance to beat it. I played it a little bit, I should say, but I never got a chance to actually beat it because I never had a Game Boy. Enemies. And then the game that everybody thinks changed Mario in a good way. Super Mario 3. This game right here, to a lot of people, was the game. It was the best game of the era. And to a lot of people, it was the best game for a long time. Everybody loves Super Mario World 3, including myself. I still remember it to this day, the first time I played it. It was actually Christmas too. one of my old man's friends' houses for Christmas. I can't remember if it was Christmas morning or Christmas Eve or Boxing Day. I just remember we went over there and they had their father dressed up as Santa Claus, and the two boys got this game. So I'm thinking it was probably Boxing Day, but we were playing this game and at their house, and I could not wait to get this game because I never got it that day. I got it later on, but from that moment on, all I wanted to do was play this game. I really enjoyed this game. And when I finally got it, I loved it. The characters. Now the characters and your power suits and everything in this game are the best. All the newer games where you get power suits and everything are basically ripping this game off. They're taking what this game created and just putting a modern spin on it and making them a little bit better. That's all they're doing, is taking stuff from this game. Your enemies. Worlds. Now the worlds in this game were really good too. The worlds were amazing in this game. You really had to find your specials and you had to save them to the end. It was a perfect build up to get to the end. Items and obstacles. Some more cool stuff. Shows you how to break your blocks and a few of the secrets. Kind of cool. Neat stuff. And then another game changer. Super Mario World. Really enjoyed Super Mario World. Nice artwork. That's the Japanese artwork as well for that. Your characters. I still remember when I got this game. When the Super Nintendo came out, I worked all summer and saved all my money from that summer. I was still just a kid. I was probably about 8 or 9. And I saved up all my money all summer to buy this. And I still didn't have enough, so what I did is I went halfers with my mom, and my mom got it for me for Christmas. But the deal was, I was only allowed to play with it for 2 weeks, and then she put it away for Christmas. So after I had it for 2 weeks, I had to wait another 3 months to actually sit down and be able to play it again. That was the longest 3 months ever, waiting to get this back for Christmas. And at Christmas I got a few more games sorted and stuff, but I think it would have been just better not to play it for the 2 weeks. Or you never know, it might have been just that actually built it up to Christmas morning when I finally got it. It was mine. It was amazing, but yeah, I had to wait 3 months to play it after I already played it for 2 weeks, and that was a long 3 months. Other characters, all nice artwork in Mario. I won't talk too long about the artwork of Mario because everyone knows it. Your worlds. And to me, this was the best two-player Mario game of that era. Your worlds, your special worlds, all neat stuff. There's a lot of special worlds and unlockable worlds in this game that you have to find out the secrets for to unlock them. And that gives you something to do even after you beat it, which is really neat. Here's a little bit of the secrets here. Cool stuff. Super Mario Land 2 for Game Boy. And it shows all the artwork. Really nice stuff for that. And again, a game I never really played because I never had a Game Boy. I did play it a little bit at my friend's house, but I never got too deep into it because I never had it. Just played it here and there. But what I did play of it was good. Here's your worlds. And then a game I really, really love. Super Mario 64. The game that changed everything. The first 3D Mario. And to a lot of people, the best Mario ever made. I won't go too deep into the stories about this because I did it in my Nintendo 64 video. If you guys are interested in hearing some good stories of when I first got that, you can watch my Nintendo 64 video. Characters. A lot of secrets in this game too. Your worlds. And it goes over a lot of the secrets, which is pretty cool. I had the guidebook for this game when I was younger, and I wish I still had that, but I used it so much it just fell apart on me. Because I was a kid, and you don't really, I mean, you take care of your stuff when you're a kid, but not like you do when you get older. And Super Mario Sunshine, GameCube. a lot of people to a different generation than mine, this was their Mario 64 game to a lot of people, a lot of younger people that never played Mario 64 as a kid. This one right here is that game to them. I really like how it has the Japanese art, because, I mean, we've seen the North American art a lot, so to see the Japanese art, that's pretty neat. Especially with Mario. Enemies. Now this is a game I'm really hoping they remaster in some way and put it out on the Switch with HD visuals, or 1080, or even 720. There's some more nice artwork right there. Few different titles. Super Mario Brothers DS. Now the DS is their best hand-selling console, so a lot of people played this game and a lot of people really enjoyed this game. Again, I never had a DS, but our kids have the 3DS and they got this game and they love it. Worlds. And then Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii. Now the Wii is another big successful console. I wasn't too much into the Wii. I didn't really enjoy motion controls that much. I like normal controls. That's why I wasn't too big into the Wii. But a lot of people really like this game. Look at the artwork. That's nice artwork there. Your worlds. Now I gotta show this. Look at that artwork down the corner. That's a beautiful hand-drawn picture. Then new Super Mario Brothers Wii. And it has all the dates for all these games when they came out. That's pretty neat. Your worlds. And then it goes into Super Mario Galaxy 2. Some nice artwork there. Again for the Wii. Now the Wii had a lot of games on it. Probably the biggest library of all Nintendo was on the Wii. But I find Nintendo lost it with a little bit of quality on the Wii. That was one problem with the Wii. There was a lot of games on it, but a lot of them were not up to standards, up to quality. Their first party games were. The first party games on the Wii were amazing. But they let a lot of games, smaller games, just everybody wanted to be on it because it sold so much. But there was a lot of motion control games that weren't up to standards. And I think that's where the drift with Nintendo kind of started to go a little bit, where people were thinking, well, yes, Nintendo is more for kids. I think that's where that all started. I mean, Nintendo has always been family oriented, but on PlayStation and stuff, the games you were getting were a lot better quality. You knew when you bought something, if you didn't know what it was, you knew it was quality. Where Nintendo, the only games that you were going to get that you knew for sure that were going to be 100% quality were their first party titles. And that started with the Wii and carried over into the Wii U. I think that's another reason why the Wii U kind of failed, because and marketing. Nobody knew what it was. Most people thought it was an accessory to the Wii, and it wasn't. It was a completely new system. It should have never had the name Wii in the title. And Nintendo was putting out a lot of accessories for the Wii too at the time, and that's another thing that confused people. People just thought it was another accessory because there was so much accessories to the Wii, where it was a lot of gimmick stuff on it. Your worlds. Items. Collectible stuff for Mario over the years. Pretty neat stuff there. Then Super Mario Brothers 2 for the 3DS. Now, both my boys have this game. We had to get this game twice, so we actually have 2 copies of this game in the house. They like it so much. Characters. Worlds. And then Super Mario Brothers U. This is another great game. They remastered this one on the Switch. And it comes with Luigi's Brothers too. And you get all the levels from that as well. We're gonna pick that up for the Switch for sure. Because we have it on the Wii U, but we find ourselves playing the Wii U less and less. So everybody's playing the Switch. So I like to have it just on the Switch, so when we go on vacation and stuff, we can bring it, because the kids love Mario. Characters. This game had a little bit of putting This game was trying to make it a little bit harder again, like kind of similar to the older ones, not quite that hard. But it did put a little bit of a challenge into it again, and I really appreciated that. I wish they'd do that a little bit more. Not so hard that the kids can't play it, but hard enough that it challenges them. Characters. Super Mario 3D Land. You have 2 copies of this as well for the 3DS. Kids love this. This is a game that's in the 3DS right now. My youngest kid's playing. He really enjoys it. And then Super Mario 3D Land. One of my favorite games on the Wii U. I think that this game was really, really good. And another game that if you want to play with your kids and you want to get into playing some games with your younger kids, this is a really fun family game. Probably the best one on the Wii U. Besides like Mario Kart. My little fella loves this game. This is the game that's currently in the Wii U right now that he's playing. He loves this game. There's your characters. Worlds. Your stamps. And some more collectible stuff for Mario. Arcade cabinet. And some of these games are actually coming out on the Switch, which is pretty neat. Some of their old arcade games. All the consoles, and it just goes over the timelines and stuff to end it. Pretty neat stuff. Now, would I recommend this book? Well, it's a nice book. It's got some nice art and stuff in it, and it has all the history of Super Mario in it right up. It don't have any of the Switch stuff, so that's kind of a bummer because the Switch was out when this came out, so I kind of wish it would have had the Switch title in it. Saying that, if you're a big Nintendo fan, if you're a big Mario fan, this is absolutely a must-have for your collection. It's a really nice quality book, hardcover. And if you're a casual Mario player, probably not. I like having it in the collection. I like the history of video games and stuff like that, so I really appreciate books and stuff like this. I love physical media. I don't want stuff like this to disappear. I want people that really enjoy stuff like this and looking at the history and bring back good memories. So saying that, I recommend it if you really like stuff like this. If you're a big Mario fan, it's a little bit expensive. It's $50 Canadian, so that's a little on the steep side if you're Canadian. It's $39.99 US. But saying that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And we're pushing for my first 100 subscribers, and I'm really hoping that we can get there. If you guys could help that happen, it would really help the channel grow. And that'll be Switch Station 32 here for another unboxing and review. I really hope you like this Super Mario Brothers Encyclopedia. If you could leave a like and a subscribe, that really help the channel grow. Switch Station 32.